All right, hello everyone. Over here at Red Dragon Model Works. Today we have the gang here with us. Oh shit, is there?
Uh-oh. What happened? I'm sorry. What'd I do? Galactus is painted finally. You saw that last episode.
Stupid
Okay.
ass, my
No,
stupid
no.
ass. I kicked myself out. Um, there's Josh. You got Steve Sutton scale model kit review.
I'm back.
You got the hand model there, Tommy. We have. Well, where'd he go?
Oh, wait. I don't
Where's
know.
Jerry?
I'm here.
We
You're,
can hear you.
we can hear you. Can't see you.
All right, I'm here.
Your camera's black, bro.
Yeah, my camera just went off. I don't know.
Well, while he's fixing that, Mr. Lang right there. So
Oh,
there he is, just painted, Jerry Freight. So what we're going to be doing today is a little different. Let me set this up. We're going to be painting this. This is a quarter scale, I believe, right?
I think
no, that's
it's
that's
close
the
to a
third scale.
Yeah.
Third scale. Okay, a third
Yeah.
scale of Admiral Adama, Commander. Well, Admiral, because he's got the Admiral things on his collar. This is a 3D printed bus. It's a beautiful bus, guys. Mine was printed for me by NY3D Creations. Um, this is an amazing bust. I mean, there's a lot of texture. You'll see it when I get the overhead on there. But what I'm going to be doing is let me move myself off of this for a second. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to go through my process of priming. What I lay down before I lay down a base coat. The flesh tones. Um, some of the guys are gonna do. They're gonna be doing the same. So I'm gonna show you my process and how I do that, and then we'll switch over to the guys and they'll show you what they're doing, and then I'll switch over to Jerry so he can show you how he does it. Now, Jerry, you said yours is you're just gonna you already got the primer down. You're gonna go right into
I just got the primer down. I'll start putting the base coat for the flesh and everything.
right
So
now. We all have a different way of doing things, guys. This is not the end all be all. So, there's if you find a system that works for you, by all means, refine it, go at it, because everybody in this room right now has a different way of doing things. So, with that being said,
but excuse me. Why don't you
yeah.
explain why we're doing this today the way we're doing it?
Oh, yeah, I you're right. I should say that. When we started the Way of the Dragon, we were showing you how we do things. You know, we kind of got away from that. I know I did. So when in the latter ones, maybe the first and the second one, you saw the actual laying down the first primer coat, and then after that. But then, so we could speed things up, we were already, hey, just prime it, get your base tone down, and we'll go into basic skin tones. That works sometimes because now you got people that are just joining the stream. They come in, they look at it. How did you do that? Can you show me how you did that? We got away from the teaching part of it in a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. We're not, we just went into, look, this is what we're doing. Come join us, whatever. So this is just another way of us showing you, look, this is the way we do it. I'm showing you the way I do it. Jerry, Steve, Josh, Mr. Lang, Tommy, we're showing you how we do it. And I'm going to go step by step today. So this way it helps out people that are out there watching if they want to do it, if they want to try to take a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of this and incorporate it into their figure painting. You can do this with anything. The little guys to the big guys. So what do you got, Jerry? You got anything to add to that?
We're just going back to basics. We're starting off back to basics, and we're going to build it up, and we're going to get there, and you guys can see how we all do it.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, we kind of got away. We were cheating a little bit from try to get ahead of it. So so the videos are not that long, but like you said, people are coming in and not getting the whole picture of how we would.
Yeah, I mean, what we did was we were trying to condense it,
Yeah.
but in condensing it, look, I don't do a Patreon either. Just Jerry. He has videos. If you go to Just Paint It, and I'll show you all that during the course of this. I got his all their YouTube channels lined up here. We were condensing it so we can save time, but in doing that, we got away from the purpose of why we were doing it. So this way, we're going to try to get back to that. You have this. I mean, it doesn't mean we're going to do this all the time, but we want to go and do a step by step today. And that way it'll be on the channel. It'll be on my channel, Jerry's channel, Steve's channel, Josh's channel. You can see how we do it. You can reference that if it's something you want to do.
Yeah, once in a while we can come back and revisit this way.
Sure.
Again,
sure.
like down the road and things like that, so people can get it.
Yeah.
And if people need help with anything, you can always ask any of us here, and
The
we'll
other
direct you
thing,
either to one of our old videos, or you can come and hang out and we'll show you.
the other thing that was, I know, Josh, go ahead. You had something to say?
I think the thing I was going to say is we all use different things now too from when we started.
That's correct.
Yeah. Because like
Yeah.
today, at Hobby Lobby they have these pastel pencils.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna try that today.
Awesome.
It's little stuff like that we've all kind of just built from, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're going to see a big difference between what I do, what Jerry does, like what Josh is saying. I'm primary. Once I lay my acrylics down, I go in with oils.
That's a good point that Josh brought up, though. We have evolved since we started the first time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So a lot of us, started off. This is why we started this whole thing, right? It was because people wanted to learn how to paint figures.
Yeah.
And people have learned and evolved from this. So.
And the cool thing about it is, look, guys, anybody can do this. Anybody.
Yes.
I'm the example.
Find a technique that the thing about techniques is don't overload your brain with 40 techniques and try to use them all at the same time. Find one that works. Find one that works for you, whether it be airbrush. I'm primarily an airbrush guy, but I've been using a lot of brushes lately. And I use oils, inks, oils, and acrylics. And then I'll go in with a little bit of the pan pastels. Whereas Jerry, he gets his blends with the pastels, And occasionally you use oils, right, Jerry? Every now and then you'll use a little oil here and there. Same thing. Same thing with Steve. Steve uses them both. Tommy uses them both. Michael, you're not using oils, are you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
For highlighting
So that.
and dark. That goes
Okay,
back to
hold
the
on.
old
What
days.
is this?
Oh, what's going on, Chopper?
Chopper says, I've been distracted and kind of absent from modeling, but always love seeing the gang painting. Thanks everyone for showing their process. No problem.
Thank you, Chuck.
If we got nothing else, this is going to be a little longer than normal. It depends on how long these guys have here. Me, I could have this thing done in a day, but I'm not doing it.
Sure.
Well, I was telling my wife, Jerry, it's hard for me to pull the brakes, because once I sink my teeth,
you don't have to tell your wife. You don't have to tell you. You could tell us. We know.
Yeah, once I sink my teeth into it, man, it's just
it all depends on the some people it takes a little longer. Some people just like to lose their head and just go and paint and
and like
we're still shocked that it's just one color.
Yeah, I know, right? Usually, guys, so
you're number one, Josh. You're number one.
Yeah, by this time, guys, he has everything half painted already before the show was started.
Right. And this is one of the main reasons because Mike had mentioned to me that he's got a friend to watch, and it's like we're not showing certain things.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's not that we're trying to hide it. We kind of got away from that.
Yeah, we usually get a lot of the same people that come and they know how we do things, but then you got new people that come in, like you were saying, and they want to learn how to paint.
Exactly. So that's without further ado. My airbrushes are cleaned. I'm going to be using, and again, this is the other thing. We use different airbrushes. I primarily use, for those out there that have asked me, this is the Thayer and Chandler Omni 4000. It's a Badger airbrush. Excellent fucking airbrush. It's built like a tank. And then, of course, my baby. Now, I have Iwatas, whatever, but this is what I use. These are the two airbrushes I'll be using.
What's the second one that you have? What is it?
This is the Badger Stotar.
The
This is the
2020
yeah. This is the limit.
gold freaking plated, guys. Look at that.
I need to get one with silver and turquoise on it. But that's what we're going to be doing. So we get this question all the time. I don't want to keep ranting there, but what airbrush are you? What's the best airbrush? It's the best airbrush is the one in your hand. The one in your hand. Learn how to use the one in your hand. And if you want to upgrade. There's no, I got to have a $400 airbrush or I got to have this. Learn to use the one in your hand. That's the best one you could use.
I like the
I want the
Galarian.
Red Dragon airbrush.
Yeah. We're working on that, bro.
Right.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. We're going to do this. I'm going to switch my camera real quick so you guys can get the top-down view. Let me adjust my camera, adjust my lights here, because these things, I paint with runway lights, so it would have blinded the snot out of you guys. So let me get all this straightened up. All right, there's my bench there. So I am not going to do this. I'll prime this later on tomorrow or whatever, and then we'll do that. We'll do his tunic here, his jacket. We'll do that later, but we'll do it live. We'll show you how we do that. I am going to concentrate on his head. So I got little something here.
Little something.
Well, yeah, some double-edged tape
Right.
right here. I'll slap his cabeza on that. Hopefully it'll hold. It should. And it'll give me something though, so I can hold and move him. Now I'm going to start. I'm going to use a little bit of black to begin with. I'm going to thin this because I've already got a primer that'll bite. So this will bite into that primer. So I'll take a little bit of this. Where's my little cups? I get my little Chinese cups here. Throw a little bit of that in there. I'm not going to use a lot of black. I don't use a lot of black because black is not a natural shadow. But I'll use it just like in the hair. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. So to begin with, if you ask me what the ratio is, it's the squirt it in and figure it out. It's about a 50-50 ratio. My pressure is going to be set at 30 psi. Get a glove on so I don't end up with a hand that's all. Let me get this light over.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Right. So this is how I'm going to start it. And I'm only using this black to enhance the dark brown because Adama has dark brown hair. He doesn't have black hair. So I'll take that and just like right around here, I just want to get it in those little shadows there. I don't want a lot of it. Up around the back of his neck there. You notice I'm not saturating the piece with it. Only when I wanna when I lay down the other tone that I'm gonna use. It'll darken that end up, and then up underneath his chin there, just like that. Maybe a little bit in here, and then I'm just gonna dust it on his cheeks right there, underneath his chin, these boogies. Get it in those boogies there. So there's that. That's all the black I'm going to use. And it's a thin down, like I said, 50-50. Now I'll get rid of that out of my airbrush. Do a quick clean to get the black out because I don't want it to foul up the next color I'm going to use. I don't need that anymore, so I get rid of that. Clear out my airbrush. Like that. Make sure I run that in there just to get it off the sides. Now I'm going to go in with an ebony flesh. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that out. So I got an ebony flesh here. There's the little black that's still in there. That'll help darken this ebony black up just a little bit. Or ebony brown, I'm sorry. Shake that up real good. Pour that in there. This is Steinolrez. Ebony flesh. Mix that up a little bit. Add a little thinner to that. For that, I'm using just regular Vallejo. So I'll throw that in there just to thin it just a scotch. I need a little bit more black in that. I need to darken that up just a hair, just a little bit more. I got a nice dark brown. See that? I'm going to take that. And then I'm going to base his hair in this. Now, where the black was, that gate, it's going to be darker because that'll give you a darker shadow. Always remember that when you're laying out whatever primer you lay down, if you put a lighter color over it, you're going to have to go dark. It's like when you're using white, you don't want to put white over a black. Now there's some spots like right here, that I don't want to, I'm going to leave it that color because he has a little gray hair. So I want to be real careful not to blow up that right there. And then right here on his temples. But I'll come up underneath here, a little bit there. I'll take that same brown and I'll put a little bit, just dust a little bit underneath his chin there, underneath his nose, by his eyes, just like that. So there's this hair color. Now I'll go in with inks and darken it up a little bit more, but for now, this is what I want. Just like that. So there's that. You guys got, if there anybody out there that's watching, if you got any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy. The guys will be more than happy to answer them. Just let us know in the comments. So again, I'm going to clear out this here. I'm not going to do a deep clean. I just want to clear out the bowl. I don't want to foul up the next color I'm going to use. Now I'm going to go straight into the face. Like that. Have a little paper towel here. I'll go in. If I'm going too fast, let me know, guys. I'll slow down.
Slow down, god damn it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, now I'm going to use, this is terracotta, Steiner wrist terracotta. I'm going to thin that down too. Now, this is the process I do all the time, and it gets me in trouble with the boys who are like, you got that shit done already. So I'll take the terracotta. I put a lot in there, and there's a reason, because I'm going to mix. I'm going to mix flesh tone into this later. So, again, about a 50-50, so I just throw a squirt in there. It's about 50-50. And now I'm going to start laying down the base tone on his face. So I'm going to start at the bottom of his neck. Now this is all the underlying colors that I'm going to be using. So I'll come around here by his ears, his hairline, right up underneath here. Right by the eyes there. And then just lightly dust it across there. Make sure to get his ear, his nose, that chin. There's the second tone right there. Again, like I said, I saved this so because I'm going to be reusing it. So now I'll take a little bit of flesh tone right here. This is Steiner wrist flesh tone. And this is where I start mixing up the flesh tones. So this thing's plugged up. So there's my flesh tone right there. That's one of them. I'll take a little bit of this terracotta. Just drop it in there. And then mix that up. You see the difference? It's got more of a reddish tone to it. Add a little bit more, a couple more drops. Now you see the difference? Throw a little Vallejo in there. You mix that up. And now we're going to start laying down his base tones. come this way because I want to get that bridge of that nose. Like so. Notice I'm very gently. I'm not flooding it. I'm just dusting it on there. Thin is better. You don't want to get too crazy with it. Make sure to get. I always get the lips a little bit because then when you put the magenta or whatever you're using for the lips, it would help if my blind ass had my glasses on. All right, let me. I need to get a little bit more light here. Let me move this way so you can see it like here. Bring my light here. There we go. Again, I'm not worried about pepper spray because I can always go back in there and clean that up. And right now, I'm using a big needle, so I'll go in there with the stove tar in a minute. There's my highlight. It's going to be right here. There'll be another highlight right here. And this way. All right, there's the darker flesh. I'm not going to get rid of that because I might need it. Let me put it over here. Clear out my airbrush. Just real quickly. Get the darker stuff out of there because now I'm going to go a little lighter. We got a comment from the Highlander 242. Hey guys, great work. Look forward to painting this with myself sometime soon. It's a beautiful buck. It really is. Um,
Dude, this thing has so much details on it.
oh God, this is a really 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 nice representation of Edward James Olmos. It really is. So let me move that out of the way. So now you notice I'm using these cups because most times I don't like mixing in here, although you can. I mean, there's no. I just like with the Steiner res. I like doing it in the cups. So now we're gonna go lighter. Now just straight this. Again, a little bit of Vallejo, about a 50-50 mix. I don't count drops, as you notice. I just squirt it in there. After you've done this for a while, you get a good idea how much to put in there. And again, this is just the base tone. I'll refine the color later. So again, now I'm going to come in this way. Hit that bridge of that nose, a little bit on that nostril, a little bit here. That cheekbone. Now I want to show you, I'll do a little close up. I want to show you the effect of what I just did and how you get the different, like the different tones in there. And I didn't do anything special. Like the guys always tell me, this skin tone, look at that. Up here around his neck, a little back there. These bigger butts they're just a treat to paint, man.
You mean the eyes are bigger?
Well, the whole thing. I mean, it's just you got a bigger palette, you know. So now, remember I said I was going to save that, so I'm going to pour that in here because now I'm going to add just a hint of pink to this. Again, Stanoris. Now look, I want to show you. If you look closely, you start to see the different shades in there. You refine that later with your oils or your pastels or whatever, but you start to see the different, like right, you see on the bridge of the nose there, the different shades there, up in here. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. Model Tank Guy, what's going on, brother? It's Gilbert. There's a little pink in there. I'll take a little bit more of this. Basic flesh tone, light flesh tone. Add it in there, and I want to get just the right mix. Okay, that's what I want. A little bit more, just a squirt of that. I want to be very careful where I lay this down.
Yeah, I thought Thomas was going to join us.
No, he said he had to work. So there's my basic flesh tone right there. That's, believe it or not, that's my priming stage. That's what I do to prime. Remember this color? So I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. Just touch up here. Not too much because he's got, like I said, he's got gray hair here. So this will give me my idea where that gray hair is going to be. And I'll go in with a brush and I'll refine it. Oops, sorry, I'm out of focus here. So all I'm doing now is I'm just trying to minimize some of the overspray that I had. Now I add a little bit of a shadow, like right in there. A little bit of a shadow here, here. There he is. That's the priming stage for me. So let me go here. All right. Let's check out what Steve's doing here. Now I didn't use green. I had it set up, but I'm going to use green oil paint. So, but with flesh tones, depending on the texture, greens, purples, terracotta, a little bit of yellow, all those colors are good. Thing is, with the yellow, you gotta be very careful with it though, because if you add too much, you'll be fighting it when you go to put your skin tone down. Now, all right, where's Jerry?
I'm coming.
All right, there's Jerry's. All right, what did you do there, Jerry?
I'm coming. All right, so I put down a base color of Tan Flesh by Proacro. Okay. And now I'm going to do some tinting with yellow. Some texture with yellow. Okay.
Okay.
Very watered down, transparent.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got to be like I was just mentioning. You got to be careful with the yellow. If you guys overdo it with that,
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it too much. So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the pressure on my airbrush. Okay. And just I want to just get some freckling in there.
all right. While I'm cleaning my airbrush and while I go to seal this, Jerry, I'm gonna leave it on you. Right? Okay.
All right, so I'm going to just. This is the first. I usually use about 4. You can use 4 to 5 colors. I use yellow, red, blue, and then brown, and maybe some green. All right, depending on the character and his complexion. All right, so right now what I want to do is I'm turning down the pressure on my airbrush, and all I want to see is just little specks.
Before you do that, I'm gonna add the reference picture that you're using. That's that one right there.
Yeah, I'm using that one right there. So right now, just adding. This is all the base to give your character texture. So I'm starting off with the yellow, and I'm going to work my way up to blue, then red, then brown, and then if you have to add back and forth some more of the colors, you can do that going back and forth. Now you cut, you if you have any left over, you can always use it for later on if you got to go back and forth. So what you want to do is you want to speckle, just like that. All right, you can test it on a piece of paper. Okay, you're going to add some speckles. Have something to clean up if you overdo it. Have a little Q-tip or a sponge. All right. We're going to get into tinting and all that other stuff in a little while. So, but I go all over the kit. But go gently. Don't go overdo the yellow. Okay. You can always take some off. I use the yellow first color because you can always hide it later on when you do your overspray. All right, but you don't want to put it in certain areas. Just speckle the kit. You can always dab it down if it's too much with your finger. You don't need to use a Q-tip. Just like that. Go all around the kit. And basically what you're doing is just giving texture to your skin. All right. Just create some realism. I usually don't do too much in the ears. Just do it on the face, on the forehead, on the cheeks, chin, neck area. All right. Don't try to do it too much under the eyes either with the yellow. Just a little bit. Just using a back and forth motion with my airbrush. And it gives me the freckles. All right. Just dab it down a little bit. Just do it enough that you guys can see that, right? There you go. You can tone it down a little bit with your finger. All right, that's enough there. So what you do each step, let it dry. And hit it with a little sealer. Okay, I use this. Okay. I seal between every layer. Okay. Just to protect the kit, just in case it messed up, you can always go back and clean it, and you're not going to damage anything that you did before. And you can move on forward. All right, so I already sealed when I first put down this layer, the skin tone. Now I'm going to seal the yellow, and then we're going to do another color. We'll seal on top of that. All right. So let this dry. I'm going to clean my airbrush, and while I do that, I'll get ready to do the next one. All right. Somebody cutting a tree? You're on mute, Gil. If you're talking, I'm not sure if you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was using my blow dryer and I didn't remember to put it on. Okay. The same principle that you just saw Jerry do. He's using the Vallejo and he thins it down real thin. It's very transparent. I use inks, thin down, very transparent. I'm using my Sotar, and I'm at about 20 psi, and I'm going to start adding that. Not all over, just like right here where his cheekbone, a little bit here, right alongside the edge of his skin there, where his hair is, his earlobe, the jawline, down here in the neck. And you can barely see it, right, guys? You can barely see me laying it down. But that's the point. You don't want this yellow to be overpowering. It's there to tint. It's very transparent. I got it really, really thin.
Hey, can you switch over real quick? I want to show you something.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Hold on, let me get it to you.
after I applied the sealer, you can barely tell now where the yellow was. See, it matted it down a little bit. You can see really close. You can see some of the detail, but it's not a whole lot. And you just did a little freckling, little changing the tint and the tone of the skin tone. So now I'm going to go. Right, so now I'm going to do the same application with blue, and I'm going to use a Citadel color. It's already pretty thin, but you still want to add some water. I just use water to thin these down, and I'm using Jack and Hoff Nightshade for the blue. And I'll do the same principle, do it all over, and move on from there.
Hey Jerry.
Thank
You
you.
think you could do that same thing with the army painter shades?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I haven't tried them, so I can't judge it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got a whole kit right here ready to go, but I haven't really tried them. So
I don't see why not, Josh. You just got to make sure that you thin it down real thin.
Yeah. I think this stuff really thin. So
super thin as it is.
Yeah, you want this stuff like transparent, almost like very barely can see it. You don't want to put like really thick color in there. See, I'm putting a little bit of blue. I'm doing it with the brush. I'm just going to put a few drops, and then I'll add some water. All right, a lot of water. Just to this stuff is already thin, and then I'll add About that much water right there. It's like a 30-70, 30 paint, maybe less, 20 paint, 80 water. You know? And just run in the cup and you can see how transparent it is right there. You see? All right, so that's how you want it. You want it really, really translucent. And then you throw it on your airbrush, you do the same thing. You just do freckling and all that. So, all right.
You can also use that Dragonoff Nightshade for shadows.
For shadow, yeah, it's a really good color to do a lot of stuff. I use it to do it for the veins. If the character has an arm that has a lot of veins, that's really good to do that with. Even like a 5 o'clock shadow, you can do with this.
Yeah, like I'll switch over real quick. Like what Jerry's doing, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm just real thin. I mean, I just dipped this into the nightshade. I didn't even it just dipped it in there. There's too little bit. And I thinned it down. It's real thin up underneath that lip there, underneath the nose. We'll go back to Jerry in a second here because I want you guys to see how he does it. He also has some painting videos online, guys, right there on his Just Painted channel. So there he is right there. There's the yellow, the blue in there. I go in with the freckling. I'll do that with oil. But I'm just establishing all this before I start laying down the tones I want. I mean, this is so thin and you can barely see it, but when it hits certain areas like here, that's when you notice it. So, and let's go. Let me see, Tommy, where you at, buddy? How you doing there, Mr. Lane? Cool. Looks good.
Next layer down.
Go over here to Steve. Yeah, now you see how that when you first saw it, he's starting to add his colors now.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing that I failed to mention in the beginning. He's Hispanic, so it's a different skin tone. It's not a Caucasian skin tone. It's not a very light blondish skin tone. It's not black. So you have to have some depth to that color when you're doing somebody that's a little sun kissed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I need to go a little darker with them. But I may do my washes, the 3-color washes first.
I was just about to say that wash.
I haven't applied any shadow flesh yet to this. So.
Nice. It looks good though. It does look good, Steve.
Thank you.
All right, let's go over here and see what Jerry's doing. He's adding his Dragonoff Nightshade to it. Now, guys, what you see there is not going to be the end result. That's just the base that everything lays on top of. Right,
it's going to look gnarly when you first do this. Before you get to the end, it's going to look all weird and stuff. you got to trust the process. Just follow it, and you'll get some nice results. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm going a little heavier with the freckles, like where his beard would be. Even though he's just clean shaven, you still have a little bit of that shadow. So I'm adding a little bit more blue to those areas. Okay, like here, and his chin, and a little bit on his stash area, and then a little bit on the shadow areas, just a little bit of blue, like underneath the cheeks, like the cheekbones here, where they're very pronounced, and things like that. And maybe underneath the eyes a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on adding a little blue, not too much. I don't want to go too crazy, because you don't want him to look like a Smurf, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you'll be fighting that blue when you lay your.
yeah, you'll fight that blue later on, so you don't want to go too crazy. It's just enough to just show, a little bit of color in these areas. So see, and I tone it down a little bit with my finger, and then just go back and keep on applying. I think that's pretty good right there. I don't want to go too much. I'll show you right there.
Nice.
See the blue?
Yeah.
All right.
What blue do you use? Do you use?
Drakenhof Nightshade.
Dragonhawk Nightshade.
Wow.
And I thinned it down a lot.
Dragonhof Nightshade.
All right, so again, you're gonna. Well, I'll let this dry real quick. It shouldn't take that long, and then you just apply another coat of clear. Okay.
All right, let me.
Hi, everybody in the chat.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the chat in a minute here. I'm gonna jump into the chat here. Let me.
A little coffee break.
The Raws are greeting from the Czech Republic. Shake your hands, not allowed.
Cool.
Hold on, my modem's acting up. I'll jump out and jump back in.
Jump.
There we go. Victor Flores Rivera, how you doing? The Raws are. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to let me while they're doing this, I want to present share screen. We have I'm going to show you right now, if you're not a member, if you're watching from Scale Model Kit Review or Josh Rysdam's Designs, check out Just Paint It right here. That's Jerry Frade. He's got some really cool stuff. We'll discuss that a little later. He's got some really cool offerings that he's got. The Toady, he's got some really nice stuff here that he does. The videos, if you go into his video section, he does some paint ups. You guys can check it out. He does some really cool stuff, guys. And then we have, go back over here. Steve Sutton's Scale Model Kit Review. So you got he does some really nice. Right now you started again with the Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon, right? The fan home, yeah, there it is, the fan home. But he's got some really cool stuff here, guys. He does some really good reviews. Steve is all over the place, man. I mean, he's got stuff, from anywhere from sci-fi, military, automotive, some figures. So give him a share, man. Go over there, like, subscribe. And then we got the other one with the last guy with a channel, of course. If you're not a member of it, just go, please, show some support. You got Josh right here, Rysdam Designs. So there's the brother there, Josh. All right. I'm going to throw it here. Josh, you're not painting the same one we're doing, but talk about what you're doing, if you don't mind.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am painting Craven from Wicked.
3D print?
Yeah. It's actually turning out pretty cool.
Cool. Nice.
So basically where I'm at is I've got primed black, terracotta, and then I always take like a bright orange and then kind of highlight it a little bit in certain spots.
Uh-huh.
And you get that kind of 3D look.
Cool.
It kind of, skin tone's next, so we'll see. We'll see if I messed it up or not. Knowing me, I've probably messed it up.
Nah, not really. Not really. Give yourself a little bit more credit than that, man. All right, Tommy, you there?
Yeah.
All right. ¿Qué pasó, man?
I just got mine in primer. So brown primer, pink primer, blue primer.
Now you see the differences. That skin tone, that pink is some people would look at that and say, "Oh man, why'd you do that?" Wait till he's done, because everything lays on top of that, and that tone will be an underlying tone to help tint the stuff that goes on top of it.
I hope.
You'll be all right. You'll be all
But
right.
that is what the alien color would look like if it was on the show. Right?
And then I'll go in with a dark olive flesh for dark spots, and then I'll go in with my olive flesh for the face.
Nice.
Then light olive to highlight.
Now, Mark Dunningham is asking, what scale is that bus? There's a third scale. 1/3 scale, Mark. A big guy. Some really nice detail to him.
And I got shaky hands, so I have to tape off.
All right. Now, I am going to be using a mixture of this paint and maybe some pearl lacquer, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use the New Worlds.
Somebody spraying?
Yeah, a little bit.
All I'm hearing is. Me?
Yeah, somebody's
Thinking it was me, but
no, it's out there. All right. Now I am going to start with my base tones. And I'm using Iwata New Worlds. And the first one I'm going to lay down, I'm going to go from dark to light. So I'm going to lay down an espresso flesh right here. So I take a little bit of that, put it in there. I don't want a lot. I don't need a lot. And then the unicorn tears. 4021 reducer from Creatix. This stuff is great, guys. But when you put it in there, let it sit for a minute or so. So I'm going to put, I don't know, about a 50-50 mix in there. It's pretty thin, as you can see. And now I'm going to start laying down the base tones. So, and it's real thin. You can see it right here, how thin it is.
Do you use the yellow ink?
Yeah, I've already used that.
Yeah, okay.
But I put I just dipped like this thing here.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
and then mixed it, because you don't need a lot of it. I mean, just a very, very minute, and make sure it's nice and thin. So now I'm going to start with my shadows. With the darker shadows, I come in here, there, up here, by his cabeza. So I'm laying my basic tones down. Cover up some of that red. Ear right on that cheekbone. Up here, nose. I don't want a lot of this because he's not a very dark skinned guy. So all I'm trying to do now is blend in the Drakenhof nightshade that I got in there and the yellow. So there's that. Dump that. Clean the airbrush out. Get rid of that. All right, Gary, where you at, buddy? So this color that I just laid down is an espresso flesh. Done with it. That's it. We're done with that one. Now we're gonna go with a light espresso flesh. Actually, I think I can bypass that. I'm gonna go with that. What's called a deep blush. This is deep blush. The number is M as in Mary, Nancy, Walter 241. Deep blush. This is Iwata New Worlds. Start adding the color to them now. And then the rest will be done with inks. Or inks and oils.
I want to kill my dog.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
So now you see it's starting to come to life. Now we go with a blush. I'm starting to lighten it up. Make sure I get that mixed up real good. All right.
What's going on, Cliff?
I like Raw's art. I like Createx stuff. Also excellent for painting on canvas. Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a Createx fanboy.
You got Cliff here. Hey, what's up, brother?
That's only because you got a 20-minute trip to the store to replenish your stock.
The coast airbrush. I know. 20 minutes.
It's in his fucking backyard, man.
Right?
All right, this is just a regular blush. So now I come in and I'll start.
Oh, yeah, because you're about to move, huh? That's crazy, dude.
Looks a lot brighter than it actually is because I'm using these. Like I said, I got these damn runway lights that I work under. Right, so there's that. Get rid of that. That was the blush. Now I want to pop a highlight right on his cabeza. So I'm going to take, where's that blush at? Right here. And I'm going to add some light natural flesh to that. Just for the highlight. Because the rest will be done with oils.
Oh, that's cool, Cliff.
And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to seal it, and then we're going to go over to check out Jerry, and the rest of the guys. All right. I'm going to seal this, and the rest is going to be oils. Let me take myself off of this, and let's go and check out what Jerry's doing. What you doing there, Papachulo?
Doing the red freckling, the little shading. It's just dull base, so it's not going to look that color. Just adding some color to certain areas based on my reference. So I'll add a little red to the lips and maybe around the neck area here. A little bit in the ears here, just to get a little color in there.
There you go.
But see, I added a little bit on the cheeks, on the higher cheeks here,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the forehead. But then all the light colors and all the highlights are going to cover some of that up, so it's not going to look so blushy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm just adding a little bit in the nose.
What red are you using?
Angron Red Clear, very diluted. All right, this is already thin, but I added some water in a cup to do my freckling, and then I'm also using the same thing just to do a little a little shadowing and things like that, based on the reference that I'm using. So, and I'm still going to add pastels and all that. So just going to work a little bit of color in certain areas. Just add a little red to the ears. Just very little, not. Don't forget, you still got to do other colors. Other things are going to be added to this to bring it to life. So, it's too much. I'm going very gently with the airbrush, just adding color.
Yeah, I think I'm done airbrushing. The rest of this is all going to be oil now. So
Add some here and then a little bit. See how it's just changing the color right there. A little bit of color.
all right.
I don't want to overdo it, so. The eyes.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave it on you for a minute, Jerry. I'm going to go seal this.
No problem. Add some of the lips. All right, so now let it dry. I'm going to seal it. Save some of this paint. Always between coats, you want to seal it. Okay. And then once that's just done, you're going to go into a little brown. Speckle a little brown in there. Clean up my airbrush.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, cleaning out my airbrush real quick. My Jesus juice.
Yeah, I had to make some before
Yeah, so did I.
I ran out. So
All right. So we're done on my end with the oils, or with the airbrush for now. So let me get this off to the side. So I'll show you, and it looks a little light, but that's intentional. Now I'm going to go in with oils now, and I'll refine. Now you don't have to do this. You could do it all with an airbrush or with a brush. This is the way I do the things. This is my method. So let's see what we got here. Not much. Just getting back from putting stuff in storage, but I think I'm done for tonight. Yeah, take a break, get a cold drink, whatever. Well, hopefully before the end of the year, I got a beat on a cheap house not far from where I'll be. Probably a recruiter called me yesterday at one of the trucking companies. Cool. And thank you, brother. They all look good. All of them. Let's go over here.
Cliff's one of them guys we should try to get in here.
Sure. Of course. If you guys...
yeah, whenever you want, you guys are more than welcome to join us.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to join. This is not an exclusive club, so... All right, now I'm going to do what I normally do. For me, it's the fun part. So I want burn C and a burn umber. I'm getting all my browns out and tans. A little blue. I just bought these yesterday, the Indian Yellow Deep. Indian Yellow Light. Purple. Light gray. I don't know if I'm going to use it. No, I'm not going to use it. Some ochre, red ochre. Again, I don't know if I'll use all these, but I'm pulling them out anyway. Of course, some titanium white. This is one of my favorite colors right here, unbleached titanium white. The yellow. Permanent red. A little green. I'm not going to use Payne's gray. Another yellow. I'm just pulling them out. And here you got a pale pink. So, what is this one? That's a L. Zarin red, maybe. Some raw umber. Okay. Let me, now I'm getting into oils, so I'm going to switch over and I'm going to show you, let the other guy show you. But right now, let's take a little walk here, Mr. Sutton. Let's see what you got there. There you go. See, it doesn't look that bad. Why'd you think it was too light? It looks good. I see what he's doing. He's adding the speckling in there. Now you could do that with you can get a toothbrush or a paintbrush, put a little bit on there, hit it with the airbrush, boom, 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 and do that, or you can do it the way he's doing it. It's all different ways to do that. Get a splatter cap. Tommy. Tommy
Oh,
masked.
there you go, Tommy.
Tommy got the hair mask off before he gets Tommy been going to Coast Airbrush too much. He's gonna be painting cars pretty soon.
Ah,
I was gonna say it looks like he has a shower cap.
Oh yeah, he gonna
yeah,
put them.
got a shower cap on.
There you go. He got a shower cap on.
I just got some darkening going in, and I'm gonna go in now with a lighter shade over the whole face.
Hey, that looks really good, Tommy. That looks really good.
Mr. Michael Lang.
Just going in for lighter highlight shades. And
There you go. Cool. And then of course we got Jerry here. He's adding some more. What is that? Agrat third shade.
what are you painting, a mini?
Yeah.
Kind of looks that way, don't it?
You can make a tinfoil hat. That's funny, Cliff.
So I'm gonna take a little bit of. Let me get out of there. A little bit of this burnt umber. Very little. Move all this shit out of my way here. You know, I got a real big desk, and usually I do a figure. I got 30 million things all over the damn desk.
Hey, Gil, you should take a picture of it now before oils and then one after so you
Yeah.
can kind of feel the difference.
All right, I'll do it right now. Yeah, because you're seeing it under these harsh ass lights, you know. So let me get a picture going here. All right. All right, there's the picture. So I'm gonna send it to the guys and then I'll show it to you guys in a minute. That looks good, Josh. All right. I'll show you what he looks like before the oils. There he is before the oils. That's just a straight shot. No filters, no nothing. So that's where he's at right now, before the oils. All right, while we're doing this, it's time for coffee, huh? What do you think, Jerry?
Oh yeah.
All right, in the comments down here, guys, I'm gonna put there's the buy me a coffee. Now, I don't have a Patreon. Um, so what this does is it helps pay for the stream because StreamYards is like $40 a month. So this helps pay for the stream. So if any of this is of any use to you guys, if it helps, if you benefit from it, and if you can, whatever you can donate to that link that I just put on there helps me to pay for the stream. Also, if you can't do that, man, scale model kit review. Jerry Frazier just painted. Josh Rysdam's Designs. Go over there, hit a like, hit a subscribe, follow them. It helps the algorithm push this, you know. So please, I mean, if you can't donate, whatever you can do is fine. But at the least, give us a thumbs up and give us a like. So there we go. Now, I'm going to work into oils. You guys want to see the way I do that? Or
Put it up, bro.
all right. So here we go. Now, that's a burnt umber. So I'm going to take, let me get my brushes. I'm going to get this out of the way. I'll get where's my oil? My little oil paint chingaderas right here. Get my brushes together. Here. I probably pull out more brushes than I actually need. What's that? I probably pull out more brushes than I actually need. What's that? Well, I don't think he's talking to us. Okay. What happened? What happened?
Sounds like someone's watching the YouTube feed.
Yeah. I'm getting an echo. All right, nice. Let's get my brushes out so I can get ready to do this. I'm not going to use all these brushes, but I like to have them handy just in case. So I'm going to take big brush here and just pull a little bit of this, just like that. I don't need a lot. Now, I sealed this. So this has been sealed. Dip my brush in there, and I'll go ahead and thin this. Put my glasses on. I start layering it in there. Get it in the ears, down here on the neck, and then the oil painter's favorite tool. Okay, so we do that. And you notice how there'll be multiple layers of it, so I'm just trying to get that coppery tone. Don't be afraid to use oils. This stuff will dry. If you're doing it this way, it'll dry within a day. So we got that. Clean the brush off. Put that brush off to the side. I'm going to grab some purple. Just a little bit. You notice I take most of it off here. See that? And now I'm just going to add a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah, I get my start working that in. And then just blend it down. Again, you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I do it. Just like that. And I'll work on this once we go off stream. I'm giving you the basics, and then you refine this. You just keep working it. See what I'm doing? I'm taking most of it off. I'm just using it to tint. And then this brush right here is one of the best ones you can get. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. This is what they call a scrubber. So you take your little scrubber and you just go in there. At least that's the way I do it. Everybody has a different way of doing it. Come in with the scrubber. So this is just adding depth to the skin. Just like that. You see that? It's adding just a little depth to that. I'll come here. Just like so. here on this side. Like that. Back behind that ear there. Right about there. Right about here. All right. Now I need a little water. Excuse me while I reach over here and grab some of these makeup brushes.
Hey, very funny, Cliff. See you later.
All right, so that's with the purple. Let me clean this brush off. Now I want to come in with my browns. I don't know if I want that one just yet. What is this one? This one's the sand color. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. This is the sand color. Don't want a lot. I don't need a lot. And now start adding it and then blending it in certain areas.
The dude has a lot of makeup on.
Yeah, in the pictures he does. Yeah,
He's got makeup caked on him like crazy, bro. It's like,
yeah. You can see it in the photo.
yeah. So I'm gonna go less makeup effect and more real.
He's got a lot of what do they call that? That pancake makeup on to lighten them
Yeah,
up.
it's very cakey. You can
Yeah.
tell. You know what I mean?
In the photos, yeah.
Yeah.
So what this color that I'm using here, this sand color, it gives me that. I don't know if you can see it. That almost that yellowish brownish color to it. Where did I put my scrubber? There it is. All right. While I do this, I'm going to jump you on to Jerry, so he can show you what he's doing right there. Talk to him, Jerry. What are you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing pastels. So I'm putting in shadows with red iron oxide. It's a pan pastel brand. All right. This is the red iron oxide that I'm using right now. And all I'm doing is I'm adding shadows around the hairline, in the crevices and things like that. Not trying to go too heavy. Like I said, he's wearing a lot of makeup. So I'm going to go a little light and very thin on some of these areas. But this is more to pronounce some of these shadows, like on the wrinkles and on his he has a very pronounced marks on his cheeks and stuff. And,
In real life, without all that cakey shit on there. Yeah.
right. So there's two ways you can go about this. You can go with the makeup effect if you want, or you can just make sure you pronounce those. His facial features are who he is as an actor, as a person. So you can add some texture and some shadows and things like that to bring that out.
Yeah, you can go the blood in, blood out route, or you can go the
Yeah,
zoot suit route, or you can go
the professor.
yeah.
There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. Also, you also got to understand that not the movie, but the show itself, it's all filmed in very dark. They're all in a ship, and if you notice that they use a lot of blue light effect and stuff like that, so a lot of these things sometimes with the makeup and everything don't show up. So, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. I'm going more with who he is as a actor person, and I'll add some of these shadows and things like that. Not so much with the makeup, but So again, I'm adding color into the ears where the shadows are. That's what I'm working at right now. And then what you do with the pastels, you can go in very light and then blend everything in I do it with a filbert brush, and I just go in and take the excess off and blend it in. Like here, I'm blending it towards the hair. You're going to paint the hair anyway. So, things like that. But you don't have to go. There's still a process going on here. I'm still going to add more spraying over to blend everything together. So everything is not going to be so gnarly looking. Because once I'm done with the pastels, everything's going to look very crazy. Once you start blending the other colors in and everything together, you'll see the process come together. All right. So I'm trying to keep his skin tone together, and everything. So, just got to work it, a little bit at a time. I'm just adding the shadow here. Right. Very gently spray the excess off. All right. And then just doing around the hairline, just to pronounce those with a little bit of color. Just remember that your lighting is also from the top. So be careful how you apply these shadows and where you do it. And wherever you apply the light, wherever the light don't shine, that's where you apply this stuff.
He said hit it where the light don't shine.
Yeah. So it's okay if you over go over the hair. Don't worry about that. You're going to be painting that. So just get as close as you can, just like that. Then I blend it all out with the filter brush. All right. That's all. That's all. Just give it a little shadow. Now you see when I painted my base coat, there's still a little gray showing through. And that's okay because your skin tone has a ton of variation of tones. So a little gray showing through here and there is not a bad thing.
Nope.
All right, so you don't have to go. When I spray, I don't kick the paint down. I do it very lightly, and with that, just the skin tone gives me a little bit of variation. Okay. Put a little bit in the creases just to enhance those features. I want to add a little bit here and there. Don't overdo it. Just go very lightly.
Yeah, you could get yourself in a lot of trouble with that stuff if you overdo it.
This is very pigmented pastels. They're not like regular chalky pastels like the chalk sticks and stuff. This is very, very pigmented. You go very lightly with it. All right. I don't clean my brushes. I wipe them off, but I don't clean them. And the reason for that is because I beat these brushes up anyway, but I use cheap thin brushes. Right? The hairline in the back. Here I go a little bit darker. This is underneath the hair. All these areas right here. Blow off the excess very gently, but don't spit. You don't want to get this stuff wet. This is all dry.
Get that wet, it becomes an ink, man.
Yeah, it becomes like a cakey. And then you gotta get your brush wet. You don't want to do that. Right. Make sure your mouth is dry when you're doing this. Let me blend some of this stuff in. A little bit of the excess off.
Yeah, the cool thing about this whole process that we're doing, you see different approaches to this. And that's what I like about it. All right, I'm going to jump over me real quick here. Now you see it's starting to work. I'm starting to blend in different colors now. So let's go over here. Let's see what Tommy's doing. What you doing there, Tommy?
Me? Hold on.
He's like, let me know.
I'm coming. Oh wow, my camera
Yeah,
kicked out.
it's got a mind of its own, bro.
Yeah.
That looks good, Tommy.
Not pink no more.
Yeah. Well, I mean that, but the skin tone underneath is
Yeah.
starting to look really good.
Yeah, it looks nice, Tommy. Very nice.
Yeah.
Looking good,
Yeah.
Poppy.
Yeah.
He not pink.
Let's see, Steve. Steve, where you at? Oh, man, that looks good, Steve.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a little washed out, but
Yeah, well, you got the heavy lights on it. Once you take a picture of it, it'll be fine, you know, because you're right
yeah,
on. You're under like mine. I'm underneath 4 lights. So the only
yeah,
one
I'm
that doesn't
happy.
have, yeah, the only one that doesn't have those super heavy lights is Tommy and Jerry. Yeah, see, yeah,
And I got like fucking 6 lights on me.
yeah. And then let's see, Mr. Lang.
So I just picked up some highlights.
Nice,
Mm,
nice. Looks
tone them
good.
down a bit.
Let's go over here, Josh. Let's see yours. Oh man, what's wrong with your camera, man?
Well, it's the lights above it.
Well, no, it's all blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pixelated.
it's pixelated real bad.
For me, it's clear, so I don't know.
yeah, we're probably lagging a little bit. So
All right, I'll jump out and
All
come
right.
back in.
It's all right. See now here's Jerry. Now look at that.
it's gonna look gnarly. So
Yeah, it'll look
you
gnarly.
gotta trust the process. It's gonna look like really ugly. Once I start laying down the final layers on this thing, it's gonna blend in all together. So I'm just doing the creases and the shadows and I work my way up to the highlights. So
Okay, let me get a little red in this, just a little bit. All right. Much better. Man, I thought I saw that guy, man, on the corner by the highway asking for change.
I just got done doing the yellow wash. I've got to do the red one next, and then I'm back to another skin tone. So, but I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I mean, it's no just paint it figure, but you know, that looks really good, Jerry.
thank you, buddy.
On to the next shade.
Alexa, stop. My grandson and his alarm clock, man.
Oh. Alexa, order 20 pounds of cat food.
Man, that'll get him in trouble.
20 pounds of meow meow food.
Hey, you laugh, but it'll be on your bill.
Yeah, I know, ain't it? Okie dokie, Smokey. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
I didn't know you had it on me.
Well, yeah, I wanted them to see what you were doing.
All right, so you see how it very lightly went in the wrinkles. Just keep on doing, like, he has wrinkles on the neck, you know, and there's still some wrinkles on the face that I need to touch up. But going very lightly with it, try not to overdo it. This side of the face is pretty much done. What you want to do is you want to add a little bit, like on the creases over here in the face and the nose. You want to pronounce some of those a little bit, just to give it a little shadow. Give that curvature a little bit. Once you start spraying, it'll hide a lot of that. It'll show through if you do a nice translucent finish. And you don't want to hide all that work that you did with all this freckling and everything. So very light sprays over. That's it. And it should show some of this detail.
All right, let me get to my reference photo here. Because now I'm at the point where I need a
Very
reference.
light shadows here. I still need to add a little magenta to this, so we'll go to that in a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, while he's doing that, I'm going to show you. I'm I'm starting to refine the colors. Again, it's a different process, but we're getting to the same. Just building colors on top of colors on top of colors. Just checking my reference here. Let's see. Underneath here. So that's get a little darker color here, some raw, just a little bit of raw umber, just a little bit of it. I want to use that raw umber like right in here. Just like so. Bring that down just a little bit here. Where's my scrubber?
Okay. I think I'm done spray painting, airbrushing.
All right, let me go back to you in a minute. Hold on, give me a second. So, what's your next step there, Tommy?
Oils.
Oils?
Yeah, I'll do a little oils, then I'll go with pastels.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay down my basic, like my tones. Tomorrow this will dry, and then I'll go in with some pastels. But because I'm doing the oils right now, I got to give it at least a few hours to dry.
Yeah.
You know,
But it's break time.
that's what I said. I'm gonna run upstairs for a second, and in the meantime, we'll leave you with the cool sounds of Jerry Frey that just painted. There you go, Jerry. It's all yours. I'll be right back.
Boy, nothing like putting you on the spot. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, I showed me doing the oils. I want.
No, I was kidding. I was kidding.
Well, no. I know. But I want people to see the different contrasting ways to do it. You know.
You can switch to somebody else if somebody else wants to show.
Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back.
I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be just me.
Yeah, it does. You're the star.
We go to Tommy Hands and a little tequila time.
Yeah. Mean Irish whiskey, not tequila.
Irish. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
Irish whiskey.
Yeah. Sometimes bourbon. Yeah, gonna have corned beef next week, huh? That's what we're having next Saturday.
Corned beef hash.
Corned beef sandwiches is what we're gonna make.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
we're
time
gonna
of
get
the year.
we're gonna get that flat cut so we can slice it to get them.
so you can just make a Reuben.
Yeah.
Just add sauerkraut to it. Yeah.
The wife don't do sauerkraut. So.
That's why I like working in the city, because every deli is going to have some kind of corned beef something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That corned beef hash would be. Then maybe that would be Sundays.
Okay. Now, enough of the paints. Enough of the paints.
All right, let's see what these new pastel pencils are like.
So I'm switching over to a magenta extra dark. That's the color.
Hmm.
And I'm going to work on the eyes a little bit.
Well, that's disappointing. Let's see if sharpening this thing will make it better.
Now, do you use the fix-it stuff on this, or you just use your regular?
I use the regular.
Okay.
As long as you do it from far away,
Yeah.
it won't wash it out.
Make it dissolve. Yeah, wash it out. Yeah.
If you're not used to doing it, then use the fix it fit. But if you do it far away, you should be all right. Just like let it mist on top.
Yeah.
It won't burn it away or blow it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the problem. I tend to blow mine away.
Just go
Looks
nice
like
and
he had a
gentle.
bad night at the bar there with those red eyes.
What was that, Mike?
Looks like he had a bad night at the bar with those red eyes.
Oh.
Drinking too much whiskey, man.
Got to make them red eyes blue.
Okay, we're there. We're here.
The reason why I did it like this is I go with the white in the middle
Yeah.
and then work my way out with it, and then leave those pink colors in the corners and stuff.
Yeah, because it's so cold here. I stuck my bottles.
Stop it, Tommy.
I stuck my bottles of paint in the coffee cup with the hot water and the warmer. Then they went to that nice paint shaker. And then they got strained. It's like in the 60s here.
Fuck you, Tommy.
Like 66 degrees right now. That's unheard of.
I know you need to go get a jacket. We all know.
No, I'm gonna have some whiskey.
That's his jacket.
Warm up. Plancha.
Yeah, these pencils are a no go.
No good.
And I mean, it is kind of working. I mean,
Now they're pastel pencils or
Yeah.
regular colored pencils.
no, they're pastel pencils.
Okay.
They're not the oily ones, are they?
Huh?
They're not the oil ones, are they?
No.
Because I use like the Prismacolor when I work on like airplane models and stuff, and you want to highlight little edges. Those colored pencils. But I've never used a pastel pencil.
I thought I'd try them, see if they
Yeah.
work. I mean, it's just kind of a pain.
Heck, I would have never thought of pastels until Jerry showed us.
I'm adding a little Payne's Gray just to get a little shadow right around the eyes. I don't want too much of a shadow in there, though. Ah, damn it. Too much. Too much. There we go. There, come on, baby. There you go. That's the way I want it. So now, just adding a very little bit of Payne's Gray in certain areas to darken it up in those deep recesses. This brother got one of those iconic ass faces, man.
Well, he's been an actor for what, 50 years?
Yeah,
30 years? 40
the first movie I ever saw him in was a thing. It's actually like a stage thing, but I saw it at the show. It was called Zoot Suit. Was one of the first ones I ever saw him in. So there he is right there. That's what he's looking like. It's got a little shine to it. I'll knock all that shine down later, but
Yeah. Pencils are a no go.
Let's get this little bit of a shadow in here.
Oh wow, it's already 3:30. Wow,
Yep, it's
it's flying by.
yes, it is.
All right. What color should I do?
Again, in case anybody out there that's watching didn't hear, this is I use oil paints to do my refinement, and then I'll go in once I seal this tomorrow. I'll touch up certain areas with some pigments.
I'm done with the pastels. So,
You done?
yeah. I might have to come back once I spray everything over. I might have to come back and touch some of it up, but I'm pretty much done with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna seal it.
Get underneath here by his boogers. That little shadow there. And we'll pull that down just like that. I'll come in here. Right there. A little bit in here. Get it. Get it. I want to see what Steve's doing in a minute. Let me finish this and I'm going to check out Mr. Sutton there. All right, let me let him sit. Let's go around the block here. Let's start with Mr. Sutton. What you got there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm working on some pastels now.
I like that, man.
I sent some pictures earlier too.
Here, let me take a look. Oh, damn, Steve, that doesn't look bad. That looks pretty good, Steve. All right, let me get one here so I can show you. Damn light. All right, let me send this to. Whoop, not wrong one. Get one on the side here. The other side. Okie dokie. There you go. All right. So now Steve's going in with the pastels there. And see, Tommy said he's done with the airbrush.
Yeah, I'm just playing around now.
Just trying to. I'm just looking at it and seeing what I have to add, and what I have to take away from. Trying to look at my reference, but like Jerry said, that reference, the man got so much makeup on in that reference photo. All right. Come in here. A little pink gray. Just like that. All right. Okay. Now, clean that brush off. Just sit back and watch everybody work here. What you getting ready to do, Jerry? You getting ready to lay down your next color over it?
I'm ready to lay down some shadow flesh on the bottom of the kit to do some more, a little more shadows from the 6 o'clock position.
Oh shit! I got two of those.
Just a little light spray over on the bottom.
Now that's you already sealed that, right?
Huh?
You sealed yours already.
Yes.
All right, I want to put it on you so people can see how that just it goes away. You know what I mean? You know, how you got right now with the pastels under it looks real harsh, but they don't realize that that'll go
Yeah,
away when you put your.
this looks a little gnarly. Let me try to focus. There we go. So everything looks a little gnarly looking. But now I'm going to start covering, doing a lower space. I'm going to shoot from this side, from down here, and just capture some more of the shadows, like underneath the neck, the nose, the eyes, like at the bottom of the ears, like just very gently, not a lot, very light layers. So, and thin down about, doing about a 30-70 here. So, all right. So, a little bit more thinner in here.
All right, let me blend this, and then I want to go to these guys sending pictures so we can show them to everybody. Show Steve's too. All right, let me check these.
6 o'clock position right here, just very gently. I'm pretty far away. I'm like further, like this far away.
So you're about a foot away.
About a foot, maybe a little bit more than that. Just light spray over. I'm doing underneath the neck first. Just trying to blend everything in. Under the ears. Under the lips and the nose.
Now, guys, his eyes aren't gonna. He's not gonna have those Emperor Palpatine eyes for long. You know, that's just
No.
that's just there. So you got the inside of the eye, and then he'll go in there with this ivory or whatever color he uses for the eye. So what he's doing is he's building it up. He's going down with very thin coats, and then you build it up, right?
Yep. Very thin coat. Just very gently. I'm going to show you a little trick here. Well, not a trick, but so see how it's dark down here?
Yeah.
Focus. I don't know why it's not focusing.
Put your finger right in front of it. It'll there you go. Now bring it down. There it is. Yeah.
See the lighter color?
Yep.
And as you turn it down, you see the darker colors.
Gotta remember, light is all relative, guys.
Yep. Your light's coming from the top like this.
Yep.
And your shadows. Okay. I still needed to apply just a little bit more down here, and I'll be okay.
See, now his is coming from the top. Mine is coming from the way I see it.
Right
Again,
here.
it's what your eye sees. You know what I mean? So the way I got it coming, my light is coming from this side. So this will be lighter here. This will be a little darker here. But let me go back to Jerry because I want you guys to see what he's doing there.
Just doing the back of the neck a little bit, under the ears, a little bit more under the nose, under the neck, under the eyes, the eyebrows. And that should be good right there. That's it.
Yeah. Now again, if you guys just joined us, he's not going to look like Emperor Palpatine for long. Trust me. That's all the underlying tones that he's got on there, and that'll once he adds his flesh tones on the top of that, thin down, it'll blend it all in.
All right. So let me clean my brush and I'll come back in a little bit.
There you go. All right, let me get back to mine then. Let's see. What's Steve is adding his There you go. And what you know what? While we're doing, I'm going to show you guys some pictures that these guys have sent, so you guys can see what these things are looking like. All right. Well, first we'll start with Steve's. Now this is before he started adding the. Let me do this. Before he started adding the pastels. So there's Steve's. You can see all the little derma there, you know. Then he'll add a cup over that, and then he's right now what he's doing is he's adding the pastels in there. Whoop. See. That's Steve's. Whoop. And then we've got Tommy's. God damn, Tommy, that does look good. Let me jump to Tommy real quick. There's Tommy's. I don't have one from Mr. Lang, but I'm sure we'll get one soon. All right, I need to put a little burnt sienna in this because he needs a little red to that skin tone. God damn, this fucking oil on that. That's why I don't like these fucking master touches. Sometimes, man, there's too much oil in them, you know? All right. Clean this brush off because I'm going to need it. Make sure I get most of that off because the thing with oil, guys, if you clean your brush, whatever brush you're using, you clean it with oils, you got to let it sit for a while because it's not dry. You want a nice dry brush to do your blending sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. So I want to make sure I got everything off of this because what I want to do is I'm going to... Oh, there's Mr. Lang. Okay. Oh, Lang over here, man. He's sneaking in, telling you like tell me you don't know how to paint figures. There's Michael Lang's. That looks good, Mike.
Very nice.
That looks really good.
Yep. Very nice.
Next.
Again, we're doing a Hispanic skin, so sometimes when you do a female figure, you want it flawless. Sometimes you want a little bit of, speckling in there.
What are you trying to say? My face isn't flawless?
Well, the hands aren't.
Yeah. All beat up.
Man, a little darker color here.
Look, my skin tone and the face skin tone, they're pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the same with mine. Look, again, because we got the heavy ass lights, but pretty close. See?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Jerry because I want people to see how that blends out real good.
I'm doing a spray over. I'm using the original base color, the tank flesh. Just doing the overall spray color right now. Very light. I mean, like right there. You barely see it. Doing it from far away, just let it land. Yeah, if I have to go touch up some of the pastels later on, I'll do that. But
Yeah, this is a process, guys, that isn't going to get done in one showing. We'd be here all night. But we're trying to get you to see exactly what we're doing, and if you follow that, then you can refine it. And again, this is not to say that anybody else's way of doing things is wrong. This is the way we do things. Everybody has their own way of doing stuff. So now I'm adding some shadows myself with some raw umber.
hey, Gil,
Yes, sir.
take a look.
Here, let me put it. Yeah. Ah, see, you see, guys. Now he don't look like Palpatine anymore. Trust your eye, guys. I mean, yeah, when you're doing your shades and you're doing your little bitty things, it's gonna look like shit. But then when you put your like he just showed you, now look at it, and he's gonna go in there and he's gonna touch up here and there and here and there and here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But now you see it all come together. All the stuff that he has done before. See,
I'm gonna do a little bit of highlights, and then I'll see where I'm at. The best thing to do is once I'm done with the highlights, I'll paint the hair, and that'll really tell you where the skin tone is at.
that's usually what I do. Yeah,
You know,
I'll do the eyes and the hair, and then I step back, Jerry, and I'm looking at, and I'll stare at it for a little bit, and it'll tell you exactly where you need to go.
like
Because
the magenta that I put in is still showing through. All the little freckling is still, a lot of it is still there. The little bit of shadow that I put in for the mustache and the beard, still there. So it's look. I like the way it's coming out. So
yeah, And again, like I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, anybody can do this. Just take your time. Just take your time. And again, this is one of the pictures we're using for reference. It's one of them. But this one, you can tell he's got a lot of cake makeup on, so they lightened him up. His skin's a little darker than that. So if you're gonna do a figure, you want to remember that it's gonna sit on a shelf somewhere. So you wanna, and then make sure you know where your highlights are coming in from, your light source and whatever. All right, give me a second, Jerry. I'll take a look at that in a minute here, and I'll show it to everybody. Let's see. Jerry just sent in his. There's Jerry's. Are these the ones you? Before I look at them, Jerry, these are the ones you sent after you put the first coat
Yeah,
on.
so the first one I sent is before and then after.
Okay. So this one's before. And then before. Whoop, no, that's after, right, Jerry? This one?
The last one's is after. I sent you 3 and 3.
Right. Okay, these are the before. And no, those were the after. I'm sorry. Those were the after. I just saw the other ones, Jerry. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, this is the before. All right, that's the before. You can see all the.
Yeah, looks very, very rough.
Yeah. And again, remember, I mean, his lights aren't as bright, but you could see everything you need to see right there. And then, whoop, and then the after. These will be the after ones. Right there. Let me see. Present Mocos. Now those will be the after. Yeah, it looks good, Jerry.
Thank you.
That looks real good. And you got to remember too, he's Hispanic, but he's not a dark. He's not real dark.
It's not a dark skin
No,
Hispanic.
yeah.
It's more like
Olive skin.
yeah.
Gilbert Lakeland says them looking good. Thomas, there's Mr. Cochran. All right, we got some incoming here from Mr. Sutton. In the beginning, Steve, you were saying you didn't think that was cool. That looks really goddamn good. Here, let me show you guys. There's Steve's right there. Look at that, Jerry.
Looking good.
Man, this guy's going to give us a run for our money, huh, Jerry?
Yeah, trust the process, man.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Look at that.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, just remember, don't overthink it. If you think it needs a little bit more, step back for a minute. Take a look at it. Look at whatever you're using for a reference, and then think about it. All right, let me jump back over here, and I'll show you. I know it's too bright right now. Here, let me get a better picture for this, because these lights are too damn bright for what I'm trying to do, And because Apple doesn't let my Logitechs. I can't control the damn brightness on them anymore. Oh, let me turn that off. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know I had my microphone turned off. Thanks for the compliments.
Nope, it looks good, Steve.
Yeah, good job, Steve. Show off.
I'm telling you, man. He's
Hey.
gonna give us all a run for our money now.
I learned the best. Learn from the best from both of you guys and Tommy too. Tommy showed me a few things.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy's like, yeah, man. I showed you how to put that whiskey in that cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be next. Yep. I got this Proacle black brown. I wonder how that will look.
For the hair.
Oh, that's probably the best color you could use there, Steve.
For the hair, yeah.
That's good
Black
stuff.
brown.
Black brown. Yeah, I think I need to do the hair because it's hard to tell. I know I'm not going to airbrush anymore. But I think I need a beer first.
I think I need an adult beverage. I was gonna go grab a cigar, but nah. Not right now. Okay. There's the last. Okay, I'm gonna upload these and then I'll show you guys mine. And again, I still need highlights and all the other stuff on there, so all right. This is mine so far. Oop. Be nice if you opened it up, Gilbert. All right, that's mine so far. That's the front.
Good, bro.
There's one of the sides there. And there's the other.
That's just unbelievable, man.
It's nice.
And again, it's a different process, guys. It's not that one's better than the other. It's just a different process. That's all it is. Let's look. Let me see what Josh is doing over here. I want to see that, man. Hold on. You didn't like them pencils, huh?
I did not.
Yeah,
Well, you saw the picture on the messenger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look. I couldn't do much more than that. I do like this new color though. It kind of washes out, but I think it looks pretty cool.
Cool.
Actually, it looks more like skin tone.
What is that? Army painter?
Yeah, it's. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to say that name. It's one of their new paints.
It's a air. Yeah, these guys come up with some crazy ass names, don't they?
Brett Hill Blush. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know. It looks cool though.
Butt crack brown.
look at Mr. Lang. Look at Mr. Lang, two-fisted paint. Look, he got two. Look at that. Oh, Mr. Ambidextrous over there. Nice. And then we got Tommy.
Oh. Oh, here cleaning airbrush.
All right, let me get back to this guy. So now, again, you got these harsh lights beaten down, but and then I got a glare because of the oils. Once I hit that with a mat, it'll knock it down. Because when you got a gloss, when it's glossy, you don't really see all the good, color to them. That's on anything. But I've got this raw umber right here that I'm just using for a shadow here and there.
All right.
What did she just send me?
Tommy.
I'll come in here because this is where my shadow is.
I bought some of that Monument Hobbies primer. I ordered it along with the Nova Orange.
Damn hangouts.
I know.
Them hangouts will get you, man.
Yes, they will.
Look at Scotty. Scotty coming in yesterday and making us buy shit.
I'm telling you.
What is
He's
up with
becoming, he's
Scotty?
becoming one of the crew.
What is up with that guy?
You guys should go check out Model Club TV. They got some cool stuff on there, man.
He also gives us pointers on how to talk to our wife.
Yeah. Dude, I talked to
Only once.
I ain't gonna live too long if I talk to my wife like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny. We have a good time. We have a good time. So now this is the dark side, this is the lighter side for me. So I want to darken up a little bit here because the light for me is coming from this angle. So okay, we got that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of white, and then he'll be done for today. And then when I seal it tomorrow, I'll be able to sit back and look at it, and then figure out where else I need to go with it. So now with the white, you got to be like very little of this. What's that? Well, it sounded like somebody was trying to say something. I'll take a little white and I'll start on this chin here.
I'll be right back.
Actually, like right there. Just like that. Gives me a little highlight right on that chin. See that? See that? Blend it in. And there's boogers there.
Man, if you don't keep the threads clean on those freaking oil paints, it's like
What's that?
you don't keep the threads clean on these oil paints. You just
Oh yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain. Yep.
Jeez.
And take a little bit of white right here. Just like that. I'll take a little bit of it right here. Just like that. And if anybody's going to Wonderfest, Steve, Jerry, and myself will be there. Be good to see anybody if you're watching and you're going. Be good to see you guys there.
Tommy's going too, right?
Yeah, no, Tommy's not going.
No, I'm not going. Not making it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to Jersey Fest, it's Room B. Room B.
Room B.
That's where everything is going to be.
You'll have,
Wonderfest, not Jersey. Wonder.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
Wonderfest. Sorry. From Jersey.
you'll
I wish
have.
it was Jersey Fest. I know a good restaurant near there.
Well, these guys.
I know one.
Ask Tommy how he did in Jersey Fest.
Yeah, you guys eat too fast.
Tommy had the meat sweats.
Yeah, but Tommy was talking a lot of shit. Oh man, I'll eat you guys at that.
No, I never said I'd eat you. I just said I'd eat a lot. You guys also too are twice. These guys are twice my size too. But
It's all about the food, man. It's all about the food.
Yo, man. How was the food though, Tommy? You like
it was great.
That
Yeah, it was a fun
Portuguese
time.
restaurant.
Tommy ended up with the meat sweats. He said,
Dude, I was scared of the drive over, man.
I'll
Dark
get the meat
places
sweats
under
when I get the
bridges.
Brazilian barbecue places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Too much meat.
Never.
No such thing.
Yeah.
it's not bad as long as you don't eat a lot of bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you start eating a lot of bread, that's where it fucks you
Yeah.
all up.
Swells up and takes the spot of a meat.
Yep.
And every good steak place has rolls.
Yeah. That's because they want you to fill up on the rolls so you don't eat up all their meat.
Yeah. True.
I don't know.
All right. All right. Look at what that little highlight will do for that. A little bit of white. Just a fucking pin drop.
Yeah. Yeah, I highlighted mine a little bit with the tint, red iron oxide tint,
Uh-huh.
which kind of looks flesh colored. But I think the white would probably bring it out a little more too.
Yeah, I'm using right here. This is the titanium white.
Yeah.
And you can see right there, there's just a little, very little bit of it. I just take a little bit of it, just right at the tip of the brush there.
Yeah, I might do that too for the final thing before I let it sit
Yeah.
for.
You see, like you got a mole there, which reminds me, I got to put the mole on Marilyn. I forgot to put her mole on.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that's all right. She's not done yet. I still got the base to do.
the bean counters will be after you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be after myself. She got that little mole. You got to put that mole on her. Blend that down and just work it in there, and you get a nice little highlight there.
I'm using that. What's it? Light flush tone,
Uh-huh.
Aptilum, just for the highlights.
The Optilon? Yeah.
Those are great.
You know what else is good too? That little yellowy one, the sunny, what is it called? I don't have it in front of me. It's almost got a little yellow tinge to it. That's perfect for that. When you want
Sunny
it.
flesh tone, yeah.
Yeah.
don't want to kill this. No.
Yeah, those Optilongs, they're really good. The skin tone set, really, really good.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me see if I can get this up. If you can see it. See, the lights are still beating down real hard on it, but hold it out at arm's length. Take a look at it. There we go. There we go. I got them. Excuse me, guys. I got them off to the side here, where the bright lights aren't really hitting it, and I can see where I need to add a highlight here and there. A little bit on this booger. You got a little booger sugar there. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
It looks like him.
Yep.
Let me jump to see what else you guys.
Good, man.
Let me go over here to Mr. Frade. He's adding some more color. What are you doing now, Jerry?
Just adding a little bit of blush.
Nice.
Yeah, let me give you a little contrast too. It might look a little better. Here.
Oh yeah. Looks good.
It's a little light. I might throw a little tan.
Uh-huh.
I got a little trick for that, but I'll do that later after I paint the hair. So
Are we gonna finish this guy up the face today?
I can't. I'm gonna have to leave in a few minutes. So
That's what I was gonna say. How much longer do you guys want to go?
I
Yeah,
gotta.
I got a ways to go still. There's no way I'll finish today.
All right. Well, let's you want to finish that, Jerry, and then we're done.
You could call it now. I mean, we're good.
All right. Let me go here. Here. Let me switch my camera. All right. You see, I got these heavy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and they're bright as fucking shit. Let me mute that a little bit. There we go. And let me shut this. Let me mute this one down a little bit. There we go. I'll shut that off. No, that's too low.
I got an angry teenager I got to feed.
What, he can't feed himself?
He's like, what? I said, my grandson would look at me like I'm crazy. Like, hey man, cook yourself something to eat, huh?
My 12-year-old makes his own breakfast and dinner.
Well, my grandson does too, but he still gives you that look, when you tell him, hey, you got hands, do it yourself. All right. Let me move this here. Let me get this out of the way. So there we are, guys. We went from straight price. I mean, I know you're getting a feed, so we went from you're not gonna see it. We went from straight primer to about 60% done. The rest of it is just refinement. You take a little this, you put a little this, you put a little that to whatever works for your eye. Just remember, follow your reference photos, and you'll be good. Steve, you got anything coming up on your channel, Lee?
Just continue on with the Enterprise D build, Millennium Falcon. I'm working on Pack 17. That's a beauty. There's a lot of work in Pack 17 for the Millennium Falcon. So I'm having fun with that one actually. And more model kit reviews, more Star Trek reviews. I got more kits to show you guys. Some of them have been around a while, but they're the new boxing, and I think you guys enjoy those. So
nice. Jerry, what you got going? What's going on in your channel, in your world, and you got any announcements?
So, I released Cochise recently.
Do you mind if I show mine when you're done?
Absolutely.
I got to paint it.
And then I'm painting Luther. And this is going to be for display at Wonderfest. I have a new kit that I also released, Andy 255 from the movie Romulus, Alien Romulus. I'm not finished. I just did a resin pour on it. I'll have a video all up on this stuff.
Nice. That's a nice kit, Jerry.
Thank you. And then what else? Oh, I got new releases coming out soon. I'm working on those. I'll give you a little preview. Hold on.
While he's doing that, I want to show you real quick that kit that he just said. Wrong one. Well, go ahead. You back? Go ahead. Let me put it back on you.
I'll finish up and then you can show if you want.
Okay, this is the. Let me switch my camera. This is the one he was just talking about. His Cochise.
Go full screen. Go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go full screen. Show that.
Sorry about that. This is the Cochise.
Nice.
Beautiful. I mean,
beautiful. Yeah.
The sculpt is amazing. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
And then, of course, you got the Warriors on the back. His moccasins, his base. But this is from Jerry Frade. This is Cochise. Hit him up, Facebook, right on his page. And what's your
just paint it at myyahoo.com.
Okay, what do you got, Jerry? Show it.
All right, so I got these released. I also got I got a couple more Warriors coming down the pipe. I got some busts coming out on those too. They're going to be that scale.
The Luther scale? The Luther scale?
Yeah, quarter scale. It's a little bit bigger than a quarter scale. So, and then from another thing from Alien series that I got coming out is going to be in the limited numbers that I'm going to be releasing because it's a co-release, not a co-release. A gentleman let me print a very limited amount of his kit, and the kit is from the movie Alien 3.
Oh, cool!
All right,
that's you got the clear top part on there. Yeah.
So this is going to be released along with another kit as a set, limited numbers, because he only allowed me to print a certain amount. That's going to be coming up hopefully by the end of this coming week, I'll release that video. is going to be a 2-piece bust set, the Alien 3, and another kit along with it. I don't want to give out too much until it is released, but it's coming. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep updated. All right, but
I'll take
the
one.
head. The piece is going to be
Take that
pretty big.
limited set.
Very limited because he only allowed me to I'm going to honor it because he was very nice about it. He's going to let me allow to print only a certain amount. I'm saving a few for Wonderfest, but I'm also going to sell some on my channel with a very limited amount. When I mean very limited. So again, and I'm going to honor him, with that and stuff like that because he allowed me to do it. There's the Alien 3 there, right there. He's got nasty ass teeth and shit. So the clear, and it's going to come with the body, the torso, and a base. Same thing with the other one.
Cool.
All right,
Okay.
so that's coming.
Now I have been working on a commission, the X Plus Marilyn Monroe from Korea, the 1954. There she is, right there. Of course, this is not glued down yet, but this I got to do her base yet. This is a nice kit.
Look at that blonde hair. One of the best blonde hairs I've ever seen in my life.
He's got it down. Got it down now.
Yeah, see that? And then there's her boots.
Nice.
But yeah,
It's gorgeous, man.
This is a gorgeous kit, man. It's not. It's got its issues because it's a styrene kit. If you guys are doing this kit, be careful with those 2 pieces of that collar. That thing's a pain in the ass. But other than that, yeah, I think whoever sculpted it did a nice job. With the facial features. So, yeah, this is a commission. I've been posting it on Facebook and on IG and on TikTok. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then I got something special, man, coming up, and I'm gonna wait. What's that? Oh, I thought somebody said I'm gonna wait because I got something a little bit of special that a good friend sent to me, and that thing there is just phenomenal. Well, you know what? I don't know if I can show it because it's all the way on the side there, but I'll have a video up on it. Printed by ny3dcreations.com. It's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. But let me set this back. So I think next week we'll get back to it, right, guys? You think?
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
Yep.
So in the interim, they'll go ahead and they'll finish the hair. Do the hair. Unless you guys would want. I don't think you want to see it. The hair. We'll do the hair. Finish touching up the face. We'll get the tunic done, because, we don't have enough time to do it. We'll be here all night, man, But what we wanted to do was we wanted to get back to basics, right, Jerry, Steve, you guys, and show you from raw, just gray, whatever color you primed it, and how you do it. I wanted to show you my technique. Jerry wanted to show you his. Steve, the hand model there, Tommy, Mr. Lang. Josh was doing something else, but he showed you how he was doing it. And I hope it helped you guys. If you guys got any questions, you can get a hold. You can always get a hold of me. Message Steve on Scale Model Kit Review. Jerry Fraid, he's always there on Just Paint It. Tommy don't want to talk to you. He said, "The hell with you. I don't want nothing to do with you."
He's sipping on some bourbon with a straw.
Yeah, he's having his little. Thank you all for watching, man. If you got any questions, please watch it on Facebook, watch it on YouTube, wherever you're watching. If you got any questions on how we did this, just follow along. If it's something you want to do, by all means. If not, do it your way. We just wanted to show. We've been asked time and time again, how did you do this? Show us this, show us that. So we decided to do it this way. So hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. So anything else, guys?
Just paint it.
Just paint it. Leave the drama to the goddamn queens. Oh, don't let politics interfere with your fucking hobby, guys. Don't let it do it. You can discuss that amongst each other as friends, men, because men talk, and we get heated sometimes, but we're still friends. Don't let it interfere with your fucking hobby. Don't let it do that, man, because it'll make you bots, man. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys next Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for me.
Don't forget to set your clocks tonight.
Oh, yeah. And on behalf of the guys here, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, man.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Good night.